everyone is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Come on.
Right, 382, last 50.
3 down, 3 down.
Gun.
Rush it. Check 99. Check 99.
Move.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hey, Ken. Hey, Steamer. Clock. Watch twist. Where's the hot?
A first down throw for Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Cousins to throw it. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Roy 33.
Ballage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Set, 180.
see what you got.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Regular.
57, Mike 57. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Mayfield to throw it. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Crunch time, defense.
They'll run here with Balaj. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
King.
Now Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 36, Mayfield got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
57. Left 57, 57's left.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Able to find Isabella. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
180! 57. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies... Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! Swing!
Now a handoff here to his running back. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. B.J. Hill able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Gordon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3rd
and long for Cousins. Looking deep for Julio. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Check 15.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. That's going to be caught. 23 yards, the final tally. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kalen Ballage hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
It's just me and you. First. All right,
on second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Check a call. 50-48.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Brown. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 84 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, no, easy.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Alert!
The drive will commence with a run by Malage. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The Cowboys 37-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing is Cousins. He completes it to Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Ricky Seals-Jones. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Cousins again. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 35 yards away. McCrane able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Jim. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield going deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. John Ross with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost. But sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops. There he goes again.
Hey, Haywood.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Okay, double up. Alert flare, alert 300.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Third and 10.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they are able to cut into that lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Cousins. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
McCrane's kick is good, and that's going to tie things at 20. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. John Ross with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Quarterback, don't get enough. We ain't begin to turn.
Throwing, Cousins. Looking deep for Julio. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Cousins. Aguilar has it. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
180.
57. Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Big stop. Let's go.
Now Cousins. That's caught by Ware. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Check.
Check your own hot.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last
true.
time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Under 10. Under 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, it's Balaj. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Gordon. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's get it.
Jahan, ready?
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Good route here.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch that.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Got Gordon open, completes it. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
On first down, it's Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
Cousins. It's caught by Aguilar. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Listen to me.
57. Mike, 57.
Smooth. Where's the hot?
Cousins now. Completes it to Aguilar. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Safety's creeping.
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Hey, Delta.
57's the mic.
Cousins to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Check.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Okay.
They'll stay on the ground. Balazs again. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Mayfield. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Mayfield now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Hey, dude.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
Yeah.
Here's Mayfield. This one into the hands of the running back, Balazs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
57. Mike, 57. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mayfield to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this?
And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They run it here with Gordon. Got some room at the 30, and finally taken down at the 36-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gordon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. This is Gordon. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
57. Double dog, double dog.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That's one of those pivotal plays that'll just stick out in everybody's mind from this game. If he picks that off, what a momentum swing down here in the end zone.
And he did his job. He knocked the ball away, but it does feel like a letdown for him and his teammates, doesn't it? A chance to intercept it, turn it back over to his offense with a chance to win the game.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
King. 57 to Mike.
What can Mayfield do here in the OT? Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
To throw, Mayfield. Open man is Ross, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Mayfield. This one caught by Isabella. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Packers, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.